Okay, so we have a 3-2-1 workout, 3 minutes of strength, 2 minutes of cardio, 1 minute of core. Take a deep breath up. The cardio is going to have some core infused into it. So we'll get some standing core in there too. Good. Bring those hands on the thighs and give me a nice, easy cat and cow. So we're going to arch the back and then round it. Good, a couple more. And last one. Good. And then we're going to reach over and squat and over and squat. Keep going with that, nice and slow. Every time you go over, getting a little bit more stretch. Jenny's eating a bone across the hall from me. I just went to the store and I gave her new treats, a couple of bones, right, Jenny? I keep reminding her, remember who got that for you? Mommy got that for you. I don't want her to forget. I need credit where credit is due. Last one. Good. We're going to hip hinge and come up and then twist. So hip hinge, come up and twist. Good. So pushing the hips back on the hip hinge. Pushing through those heels. And one more. And then we're going to go knee hugs when you're ready. So just pull it in. Stretch those glutes a little bit. Good. Couple more. Aww. And take those feet wide. We're going to have the hands behind the head or at the right above the ears. We're going to bend the knee and then twist. Getting that core right from the get-go. So I always like to envision the imprint of my foot here. You know, like when you're at the shoe store when you were a little kid and you could like Step or like Payless, I think had that. Like you could tell your shoe size. So you want to kind of put your foot down in the same spot. Last one. And then we're just going to keep the feet planted and tap. Getting those inner thighs. Good. And then come on up. And we'll do that same thing on the other side. So we're going to bend, twist. Good. Little leg power here as you kind of hold it and then push down. Make sure that knee's bent. And I like to think of like a toe ball heel landing. Good. A couple more. Last one. Good. And then tap it down. Push those hips back. For 8, 7, 6, 4, 3, 2. Fold over both legs. Just let everything go. You can come up on the toes and the heels here. Relax those shoulders. And roll it up, one vertebrae at a time. Good. We're going to turn this way for a runner stretch. Take your time with it. Today would be a good beach day. Cut school, cut work, go to the beach. Good. And we're going to go the other way. And fold over both legs again. Jump or walk in. And stand. Good. All right, we're ready to go. This is a Super Bowl mix. Every artist was in the Super Bowl performing at some point. I do remember this. This was Shakira, I think, and J-Lo were together. This was one of my favorites. All right, we're going to do 3 minutes of strength. The first one is an alternating rear lunge with a bicep curl. You can do a curtsy lunge, you can do a squat, but we're going to curl in the lunge. Doesn't have to be like your lowest lunge. I'm just going to keep it probably not as deep. All right. 45 seconds. We have 3 moves. Then we have a deadlift. So go a little heavier here. 2 rows. And then stand. So really get to that point where you're in your deadlift before you row. You don't want to just like hit it here when you could really get that bigger stretch, pushing those hips back. And then our last one is going to be a lateral raise with the knees up. I'm going to go a little lighter on that one. I think 5s, or a 5 and a 2 or something. I'm just going to go 5s. All right. Ready? So that's our 3 minutes of strength. We are going to repeat this whole block, maybe in a different way, but we'll repeat it. I'm going to go 12s for my lunge with my curl. Ready? Feet are on that railroad track. And here we go. Now you can do a hammer curl. You can do a twisting curl. Chest is up on that lunge. Again, you can do a curtsy lunge here. You can do a squat. Doesn't have to be your biggest lunge. Good. Push into that front heel. Back heel is up. Good. Only 10 seconds to go. Good. Last one. All right. Deadlift with 2 rows. I'm going to go to 15s. Ready? Here we go. Think about pulling back. Definitely going to feel your low back in a good way, strengthening those lower abs, low back. Push into those heels to come up. So think about pushing the hips back. And just controlling the move. Good. 20 seconds. Strength training done right. We'll get the heart rate up. Keep going. I just taught a spin class and we did a lot of talking about heart rate training. Keep going. 5 seconds. Last one. All right. Lateral raise with knees up. You can have more of a bend in your elbow. Roll the shoulders back. Here we go. So this is a little core. So you want to find that pause at the top. You're going to be working the core a little more as well as the shoulders when you have that time under tension there. Whoop. You don't have to hold it that long. But you want to think of it as lower abs engaged. Whoop. Good. One more. And bring it down. Good. All right. 2 minutes of cardio. Shuffle and squat. And then we're going to do arms up for just about 30 seconds of it, okay? In between. So we'll do the shuffle and squat. Again, I'm going to mix these 2 moves for the 2 minutes. All right, ready? Come down, shuffle, squat. Now, if you want to shuffle 2, you can do 2. That's just going to give you more little impact. I try to get 2 in. Pick your feet up and squat. The goal is to get into that squat, so make sure both knees are bent. If one leg's out here, it might look like a lateral lunge. You want to go into that squat. Looking good. All right, one more. Recover and Now you can bring both arms down. Goal is long lever. So you want to stabilize the core before you lift the leg. So it's not like that. It's a little bit more intentional. Come on, you can do knees. The longer the lever, the harder this is. Last one, we're going back to the shuffle. Woo. 1 or 2. Come on. You don't have to touch the floor. I like to, just as a reminder that I want to pause and squat. Come on. You can also move your arms up. Come on. Looking good, guys. Woo! Motivating each other. Monday motivation. Last one. And we have those pull downs again. Using those lats. This is different than a kickboxing kick where we bring the knee up first. It's a little bit more lower ab. Squeeze your glutes. That's going to help you. Keep a soft bend in that knee. Last one. Woo. All right. Come on down to the floor. All right. We have a sit-up with a weight. Sit-up to a press-up. So I'm going to take a 12-pound weight. So you can have your knees bent or straight. So you come up to the top, roll down, roll up. Now you can roll partial the way down to here. Just make sure, keep going, that you're not going like this. You want to imprint that spine or go down one vertebrae at a time. We don't really use imprint anymore. But sometimes it's a good visual. I think you need to find the cue that resonates with you. One vertebrae at a time is nice. Navel to spine. Now, the closer the weight is to your chest, the harder it is. So if you're here, you might feel like you're stuck. Bring it out a little bit. You have about 10 more seconds here. And then we're going to hold a 15-second plank. That's not too bad. Last one. Woo! Flip around. Hold the plank. High or low. Just for that last few seconds. Reach to the crown of the head. Woo! Pull those abs in and up. No arch in the back. Roll to your big toes. Woo! Shoulder blades down the back. And bring it down. Sit back and stretch. All right, we're doing that all again. So think about what weights you want to use. I'm going to do a curtsy curl this time with probably the same weight. If you wanted to go heavier today, you could do a single arm curl with that curtsy or lunge. I'm going to keep both and stick with my 12s. Oh, it's one of the best Super Bowls when Michael Jackson was showed at halftime. So good. All right, we ready? Here we go. Again, these can be reverse lunges. They can be a squat. Just try not to swing the arms. Use the bicep. I used to love the music video for this song. So good. Breathe. in the best of both here. 5 seconds. You're getting legs and heavy biceps. Last one. All right. Deadlift with 2 rows. I'm doing wide rows. You can do a narrow row. Our pull muscles on these first 2. Ready? Shoulder blades down the back. Squeeze those glutes right from the get-go. Here we go. Be careful not to overextend the spine. When you come up, you don't want to lean back. Just squeeze the glutes. Find that stretch before you move the arms. Ooh, good one to go heavy with. 15 seconds. The more you concentrate, the better this is. I'm just gonna have time for one more with 1 row and come up. Woo. All right, get your lighter weights for that lateral raise with the knee up. I'll show you another option if you want. It can be here. Okay? I'm gonna show from this side because you don't wanna rock. You just want to really keep that upper body stable. Or you can do the knee up. Do this, and why not? Ready? Abs are super tight here. Here we go. Definitely need that core engagement. So again, you're holding your knee up for that split second. I'm holding that foot forward with the arms out. A little time under tension. This is great if you're a runner. Builds hip strength. Still doing that lateral raise. Really need to engage that core. Last one. Woo, bring it down. Woo. All right. So instead of a shuffle with a squat, you can do 2 lateral hops. But if you don't like that, you can bounce, squat, bounce, squat. Try to get that bone density in with those 2 hops. Really infuse the abs. All right, and then we're gonna do for our core kind of total body, we're gonna be here. And then we'll flip-flop between the 2. Sound good? Ready? Here we go. So we're still doing something laterally. It takes hard work to move the feet together. So it's hop, hop. A little harder than doing it in place. Woo. Woo. Breathe. One more. Squat with the knee. No jumping. If you want more, go deeper on your squat. Woo! Deep on that squat. Keep going. Chest up. And we're going to go back to that lateral hop. Here we go. Together, wide. Together, wide. Whew. Come on. Come on. Whew. Use your inner and outer thighs. Last one. Squat knee. You know what? Let's mix it up. Squat, lateral knee. A little harder. Bring your leg up to meet that elbow. Come on. Woo. I want a deep squat. One more. Recover. Woo. We're going to come down. I'm going to change it. So when you come up, you're going to twist a little. So it's going to be roll, rotate, twist. If you don't like that, just do the regular one, or maybe keep it to a Russian twist. Trying to work in some shoulders here. I have a 12, and then we're going to hold that plank. All right, ready? Roll. See how much you can rotate. Remember, you're not rotating through your shoulders. Your shoulders are just following the lead of the obliques. Want to make it harder? Bend the knees a little more. Put your feet on the floor, like your toes. That'll make it a little harder. Although I don't have as much space for the twist, I feel cramped. One more. Woo. Bring it down. Hold the plank. I'm going to hold an elbow plank this time. Hands are apart. Parallel forearms. Hold. Bring your feet together. Roll to your big toes. Make sure you're not back here, which looks like a plank, but it's not. Squeeze abs, glutes, inner thigh. Tuck that pelvis under. Woo. Squeeze your abs and recover. Woo. Before you know it, you have those added up. So if you don't like to hold the plank for a minute, hold it for as long as you can. All right, get a quick drink. We're going to a new set of exercises. I'm gonna put my fan on now. I had it off because it was blowing on me. I don't like anything blowing on me. It's the worst. Especially if you're in a restaurant and it's just like you're eating and like, you know, your salad's blowing around and your hair's blowing around. All right. We are going, it's a little cardio-ish, but I want you to think of it as two really solid strength moves. It's a row to a plank, which is your kind of like a burpee, but I want you to think plank, and then a push-up. I'm going to do it on my knees because my hands are going to be on dumbbells. And when you come up for your back row, don't pull up, really pull back. Get that big stretch there. I'm going to use 15s. It is getting hot in here. All right. Then we have skull crushers, so get your weights for skull crushers. Then we have a sumo squat, which we're coming up for. And then we'll go into our cardio, okay? So everybody can do this. You don't have to jump back to a plank. You can walk back, okay? If you really don't want to do a push-up, you could do a back row and then maybe a standing. You have to make sure you have weights that accommodate this, a standing chest fly, okay? So you want heavy for your back, so you might have to go a little lighter if you do that option, if you don't want that thrust back. All right, I'm going to start with the row. 45 seconds-ish. Ready? Here we go. Row. Now, I'm going to keep my feet a little bit more narrow. I just made that executive decision because it works a little better with the row. But don't go super fast. Think of it as two solid strength moves with a little core. Lead with the chest. So it's not about speed. This is not your cardio move. Get low on that last one. Come up. Woo. All right, skull crusher. One weight or two. I'm gonna use 2 10s, I think, for this set. Maybe around 2, I'll go a little heavier. We're gonna do it with a glute bridge hold if you want. You don't have to. Come up with a nice strong glute bridge. Here we go. Skull crusher, bend and straighten. If you're using one weight, that weight is going to be over your head. See how right now I have my elbows pretty much over my shoulders. My abs are tight. Sometimes I feel like my hips don't stay up. I'm going to try to do that. Keep going. I'm going to show you one weight. Keep going. This is what I mean by that. It would be much heavier than a 10 pound. If I'm using 10 in each hand, I would use heavier weight here. And finish your last one. Very nice. Come on up. We're going to go sumo. Here. Pulse 2, up. The pulses are slow. You can usually go heavy here, but it's a lot of core and back. So rather than just stopping everything, just put one weight down if you need to reduce. This is a little bit more inner thigh, quad, and glute. A little bit more glute, inner thigh, I would say. All right, so I like to put the weights down. See how far I'm sitting back? I'm not reaching for the dumbbells like this. So sit, then pick them up, then find that sweet spot and up. My eyes are down. Nothing to look at up here. You can tilt if your weights feel heavy, maybe point them down. Again, if you're like, no way, maybe just take one, okay? That's as easy as that. It's like Ina Garten. How easy was that? Any Ina fans out there? Love her. Love her. Squeeze up. The more you put into this, the more you get out of it. One more. Ooh. Squeeze. Ooh. Put them down. Ooh, it was heavy. All right. Cardio. Ooh. All right. We're going to do, believe it or not, swings for cardio. I want to show you how high you can get that heart rate up with weights. Okay, I'm going to take a 15-pound dumbbell. You could use a kettlebell. I'm going to show how easy it is with a dumbbell. You can hold on to the head of the dumbbell as long as you're not going to throw it across the room, or hold on to it like that. Then we're going into mountain climbers. So those are 2 moves. Yay. Or high knees. All right, ready? Now, grab a weight that makes your heart rate go up. Don't use like a 3 or 4 pound weight here. It's something that challenges you. Bring that weight up to shoulder height. Hips back. The hips are driving the weight forward, not your arms. So it's not like a shoulder exercise. It's more hip core. 3, 2, 1. Come down. Need some mountain climbers. You can be here, okay? You don't have to run the climbers. You could also be here, okay? Or a Heisman. You can have your hands on dumbbells, which is what I'm gonna do. Whew. Keep your hips down. Come on. Drive that knee in. Whew. Core cardio. 3, 2, 2, 1, come back up. Swing. Here's another way. This kind of mimics kettlebell, but you have to have a good grip on it. Really makes your heart rate go up. Oh, my glutes. Abs are tight. Keep the pace. Come on. Hips back. Flat in the back. Bring it up. One more. Back to those climbers. Ooh, last set. You can be here. You can run if you want. You do a wide climber. So you're going to use your core to bring that heel forward. You can also do 3 up, 3 up. Like breaks it up a little bit. Come on. Finish it and recover. Oh, ooh, yowza. All right. Let that heart rate come down. Whew. You're gonna be on your side. You can be hand and knee or elbow and knee. Elbow under shoulder or hand. All right. You're gonna come up, crunch. See how my arm is going over? I want to see how far can I get that leg and arm away. If you like doing it here, you can do it here. Does not matter. Both are good. But if your shoulders bother you and you feel better on your hand, or you can put on a dumbbell. Ready? Woo. 30 seconds. Hip is up. Now, if you're like, oh, no way, you can be here. See how I'm tapping my fingertip in front and my leg behind? Still very effective. People can't be on their shoulders, and that's what they do. You can also tap this toe in between. Last one, before we go to the other side, go to an elbow plank. Hold it there. Hold. Hold. You can also be on your knees. Just make sure your butt is down. Whew. Reach to the crown of the head. Go to the other side. I'm just going to show you from this side. Hopefully my elbow is below my shoulder. My ear is off my shoulder. It's a good one with an ankle weight. Put it on. Woo, reach. So really find that length. Woo. 2 more. I'm using my internal clock. Last one. Good job. Stretch it out. Woo. Okay. I'm going to vary that core move next time. All right. We're going right to that row burpee push-up again. Get a drink if you need it. Woo. Ooh. Oh, I spilled my coffee. Is that a good sign? No, it's not. It's not a good sign. Because look, I only had an espresso and now I barely have a drop. It's the universe telling me I drink too much coffee. All right. Always putting a positive spin on it. All right, row burpee. So what are you going to do? You're going to use same weights you had. You're going to go maybe a little heavier. Remember, if you have light weights, you can maybe double up. Maybe put a 2 or 3 pound weight on what you have. All right, ready? Row. Burpee push-up. I'm not going to call it a burpee. I'm just going to say row to push-up. You could really break this apart a little more. Bring your knees down and then kind of find your plank, hold it there. Walk or jump in. 10 seconds left. Get something heavy for the back here. You're only doing one row at a time. I don't have my 20s up here again. Last one. Time. Woo. All right, skull crusher. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I'm gonna change this. No more glute bridge. Unless you really liked that, you could do it again. We're gonna do a tap down, which to me is harder than a bicycle. So, I'm gonna keep my 10s for this one. All right, everything up. You're gonna tap down. You're gonna stabilize before you mobilize. Stabilize here, mobilize, go. One weight or two. Now when you do your tap down, keep going. You wanna pretend you have a ball behind the knee. When I see tap downs, first I see this. My knees are way too far in. They should be here. And that heel just comes down, or the toe, or maybe it doesn't make contact. Okay? It's like somebody's pushing it away. Don't bend the knee. It's just a habit. And maybe, oh, I spilled on my new shirt. One more. And come up. All right. Double whammy. All right. Sumo. Get your weights for your sumo. I have to get this off my shirt because it's brand new. Why do I do that? I always spill on a brand new shirt. And a lot of my shirts are white. I love white and black. All right, here you go. It's gonna be a great day. Good luck. Okay, sumo. I'm gonna go a little lighter. I'm gonna go to 12s. All right, ready? So we go down halfway, down and up. Down. The more you squeeze the back of the legs, the better it is. Now, if you want to make this super hard, or if you have lighter weights, stay down here. I'm going to stay here for a little bit longer. Just make sure your glutes are tucked under. And I want you to think, when things get hard, how lucky we are to be doing this. Sometimes we're just like, oh, does it get easier? Some days feel easier, but we should always be challenging ourselves. There's so many people who would love to be able to do this. So just sometimes think about that. Gives you another thing to be grateful for, another perspective. Last one. Woo! All right. Cardio. Swings. Now you could use two weights together. I find that awkward because then I'm like not really holding the weights at that speed, so I like one heavy weight. Or kettlebell. All right, ready? And then we're gonna do those mountain climbers again. But I'll show you a standing option. You could do Heisman's if you want. Ready? Get your weight. Here we go. So this is kind of a good way to attack cardio when you're doing it for 2 minutes. It is like HIIT basically because we're, really pushing in that 2 minutes. But it's not like I'm telling you to swing for 2 minutes. That would be cruel. Whew. Last one. Come down for your mountain climbers. Here's your Heisman option. 1, 2, knee. I'm going to do this one. Woo. Good idea, Suzanne. Challenging me with the arms. Thank you. I was like, yeah, I'm good here. Sometimes it's just like, yeah, I can. I heard this quote, go back to your swings. And it was, just because I can doesn't mean I want to. Thought it was so funny. It's true. Have you ever had a friend who doesn't take no for an answer? I had a friend like that. And she would just not take no for an answer. And I used to tell her that was her way of controlling me. It's not going to happen. You can't. But I think it came from a good place. But she got the message. I know it came from a good place. Last two. Last one. Go back. Climbers or Heisman. So just because you can do the harder exercise doesn't mean you want to today. You can also combo this, you know, make it your own. Come on, less than 10 seconds. And recover. Whew. All right. Core. Instead of a side plank, although if you really liked what we just did, you can do that again with that side crunch. We're going to do a V-up with straight legs or bent knees. You're going to be on the meaty part of your glutes. Well, your glutes are all meaty, but your backside. All right, you can be here. Okay. You can be here. 30 seconds. So you want to make sure you're not sinking into that shoulder. You can also just keep your hand here. You can go here to here, but just lower with control. Everybody has a favorite. This one. Bring your feet together, makes it a little bit harder. Last one. Ooh, but also easier to kind of do. Go to the other side, get in that position. There we go. I like my feet together because it's like lifting as one unit. You could also take a little blindfold. Also, make sure you're not out here. You're not back here. Pretty much elbow in line with your hip. Ooh, this is fun. Oh, a little harder with that instability between the feet. I don't need it today. I'm good. Ooh, here's another use for that Pilates ball. So you don't want to use momentum to get your legs up. So sometimes I see this, like bouncing off the floor. One more. Ooh. Come around to a plank. I'm going to put a ball between my knees. You can hold a bear plank, a knee plank, or a regular plank. I'm going to hold a bear plank with this ball. 20 seconds, that's it. Whew. Squeeze that ball if it's there, or a pillow, or just use your own. Whew. Oh, that's a tough one. Squeeze your glutes and abs. Breathe. And recover. Whew. Take a stretch. All right. We have one round, but it's only one time. Thank God. Thank goodness. Whew. All right. All right. So the first one, feet are going to be apart. 2 weights together. We're going to go curl just on this side. So you're curling to the opposite shoulder, okay? So weights are together. All right. So we'll do 30 seconds on one side, 30 on the other. I'm going to use 10s. Weights together. That'll give you a little bit more chest. Going to the right. Curling to that left shoulder. I want you to make sure you find that lateral squat and make sure you're not going over. Okay, we're just like a regular curl. I'm not a regular mom, I'm a cool mom. Every time I say not a real one, not a regular one, or just a regular one, I think of that line from Mean Girls. Last one, bring it down. Storytelling time today. I have a funny story, go to the other side, about that movie. When it came out a long time ago, my boys were only maybe 11. I went with the kids, the two older kids. I thought it was going to be a funny movie with Lindsay Lohan in it. 5 minutes in, they're using the B word. And I'm like, oh my God, I had a friend with my son. I'm like, oh, my friend Laura's going to kill me. So I was like, I think we should leave. We didn't, we stayed, but we had a little discussion. And I told my friend, I'm like, not the best movie, sorry. Last one. Woo. All right. Rear delt flies. Woo. We're going to do rear delt to straight back. Slight bend in the elbow. I'm going to go 10s, maybe 8s here. Only doing it one time. I'm going to have my 8s on reserve. Oh. I will never forget that movie. I like that movie. My kids were too young at that time. I was like, oh, Lindsay Lohan. I'm like, yeah, it'll be fine. And she was on a roll during that era. She had so many movies. There's another one. Oh, Freaky Friday. I loved that movie. Every time my kids were watching it, I was like, I could watch this all day. It was so fun. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. Ooh, 5 seconds. I am sweating. Last one. Oh, good thing we're only doing this once. All right. Then we have 2 weights. You're going to stay in a squat. Squat swing to shoulder height, but it is a little bit more of a squat, but you're getting more overload on the one leg. So I'm going to use, I think I'm just going to use 10s or 12s here. All right. I may have to go to 10s, but we'll see. So frame one leg. Doesn't matter which one, we're alternating. Oh, this is a fun one. Ooh, load it. So think of it as a shallow squat, almost like a suitcase squat we do, where you're using your hips. Keep going, I'm going later. Feel that later today, in a bad way. Oh, much better. So keep going. We have done this where, not to be confused with this. That's more shoulder. Did I confuse you? This is more leg. The other one was more shoulder. Last one. Woo! Put it down. All right. Cardio. All right. We have skaters. You can use a weight if you want, or just your hands, chop it, okay, with that little lateral bound. And then, what do we have? Oh, burpees. So if you like to have your hands on dumbbells for that, any kind of burpee. Thrust back, Ready? Ooh. I'm gonna use one of the ones I'm gonna just hold on the floor for my skater. Big finish, and then we have core, and then we're done. Ready? Here we go. Now the weight will slow you down a little bit. You can still go at a good pace. I'm gonna show you from the side. Keep going. Still wanna go deep into that single leg squat. Use your balance. If you don't like balance work, this is a great one because you're doing a single leg squat to a bound. Abs are tight. 3, 2, 1. Burpees. Putting the hit in today's workout. So you can jump. You can jump. You can just stand. Have your feet wider. Lots of options. Back to the skater. Woo. Second round is always fun. But you're done after this. Breathe. If you don't like this cardio, you can repeat any of the other cardios you did. Come on. 3, 2, back to burpees. Big finish. You want to go all the way down. Whew. You could throw in a surfer burpee here. Remember those? I'll show you. Adds a little core. 180. Woo. Last one. Woo. Oh. Breathe. Woo. Walk around a little bit. Woo. Breathe. Woo. Let that heart rate come down. We're gonna go down for some core. All right. Woo. Get your light weights. You use one weight. All right, we're gonna take the weight in our right hand. Okay, we're gonna roll down. The opposite knee comes in, and we extend. If you don't want to go overhead, just hold the weight bracket to your right side. 30 seconds each. One time through, we're done. Little opportunity for a little chest and overhead press. So bring that left knee in. Head, neck, and shoulders stay up the whole time. Here we go. Little quad work. Push. Make sure you're rolling through your spine. Come on. Woo. I think my coffee came out of my shirt. I can't tell because it's all sweaty. I just bought this shirt 2 days ago. Well, it was clean for 2 days. One more switch. Woo. Here we go. This hand can be on the floor, it can be up. Now, tap into any imbalance you might have. If you feel a little rocky there, just take your time with it. Really squeeze those lower abs. Use that leg to press in and then kick it out. Woo. One of my favorites. 2 more. Last one. Woo. Oh. Oh. Nice job. Let's stretch. I'm going to go into a frog stretch. Hips back. This is great if you have lower back discomfort. Anytime my lower back starts to feel a little something, I go to this stretch. Make sure you're on like a carpet or padding, sufficient padding under the knees. Now, on this one, instead of tucking the hips under, you want to extend the lower spine. So stick your hips up instead of tucking under. That's going to give you a better stretch. If you want, you can add a little motion with it. Make it a little harder as you lift and then go back. My inside of my foot is on the mat, and giving it the frog look. You can just hold it. Good. All right, on your back. Let's go to a figure 4. Ooh. Hold it there. Arms to the side. Go to the right, and then go to the left, keeping the shoulder blades down. So don't let the leg go so far that your shoulder blade comes up. Bring it back into the center. And now if you want to bring it in, rotate that foot around. Make sure that your foot is above the knee and not on the knee. Woo, switch sides. Hold that stretch. Kind of feel that hip open up. I'm a little tighter on this side. Arms go out. And we're going to keep that foot above the knee as we go side to side. Take your time with it. Whew, the best part of the class. Cool down. Come back to center. And then if you want to thread those hands through. Whew. So you want to relax your neck. If you find yourself here, that's not good. Okay, you can bring your head up, but then try to bring it back down. Nod that chin a little bit. Or you don't have to bring the hands behind that knee if that's going to strain you in any way. Hug the knees in. Whew, and then make some circles. Try to relax that pelvis floor. And then go the other way. Really take your time with it. Make sure you're not arching the back. Keep your spine down. Nice. Good job. All right, hug those shins in. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders up. Slide your shoulders down the back. We're going to try to roll up and keep our feet up. If you tap down, it's no big deal. Some days are better than others. All right. You can hold your boat pose here. End with a little strength. Stretch those hamstrings. Woo. Bring it down. Flip around. Little down dog. You can pedal the feet. And then pull your abs in. One at a time, walk your hands in. Slowly. Not moving through those hips. And then roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders. Big arm circle. Open the chest. And then push the world away. Take a nice big deep breath. Bring all that good energy in. And I hope you have a fantabulous day.